Hi, Kevin.
Hello.
Hi, Kevin. Hi. You were rested at the weekend. How are you feeling ahead of tomorrow? Do you feel fresh?
Well, fresh in the end of the season is always like debatable, but I feel good. Obviously, I've had a lot of kicks with the Atletico game and some after, but I feel fine. I've been playing well. I've been playing lots of games, so yeah, I'm happy.
Last week, it was just a magical game of football to watch. I guess to play in as well. Do you expect it to be just as open again tomorrow?
Uh, Pretty much, yeah. I think there's two attacking teams who like to play football, and I think we played a very good game back then, but that's in the past. I think now got a different game ahead tomorrow, and it starts back from 0-0. So we'll need to get our A game to win.
Just come down to Simon here, please, if you get the mic across. Just pass it over, guys. That's real helpful. Thanks.
Hi, Kevin. We say this to virtually every City player when they sit in that seat before a Champions League game. Given everything that you've achieved at this club, is this competition the thing that would round everything off for Manchester City? You've won everything numerous times, but you don't have that trophy.
Well, I think it would change the perspective on my side. I don't think, obviously, as a player, you want to win the trophies and you want to win this one. But I think the fact that we've been fighting for it numerous years and being to the latter stages means that we've been doing really well. Obviously, it's a cup competition and the quality is very high, so it's very, very difficult to win it. And there's different circumstances that happen. But I think in the end, if you look back at the way we performed, or I performed with the team for 7 years, we did really well. But obviously, we didn't win it, and I think win it would just change that little narrative.
Do you think you need to win it to get the acclaim that all your trophies deserve, or do you not think it matters?
For myself, I don't think it changed the perspective I look at myself as a player. I think I know what I've done good and what I've done bad in my career, and I'm pretty happy with what I've done. But obviously, I want to win. I want to win every trophy that I can get, but that's a hard task. But I would obviously love to win the Champions League also.
Hi, Kevin. You were involved in the semi-final at Real Madrid in 2016. I just wondered what you remember of that game in the Bernabeu, and with the development of the team over the last few years, do you feel that you're more ready, more prepared to go to a stage like that at this stage of the competition and win?
I'm thinking we're in better shape now. I think I remember when we played that game, we didn't have the greatest of end of seasons that time, and Madrid was the powerhouse at that time. I know we lost 1-0 in the end with an own goal, but I think it was a pretty boring game if I remember correctly. So I think we're in a different shape right now. I think we're better set up as a team. We play better. And I think we have more experience in this stage. It was the first time ever for the club. So, hopefully we're better prepared.
And when you've got a manager like Pep Guardiola, who's been at this stage with different clubs all the way through his career, does it help you trust that he knows what he's going to do on nights like this? Do you feel like you're going to be very well prepared for whatever comes your way?
I think no matter the game, we well prepared anyway. No matter if you play a League Cup against a lower league division, it's the same amount of detail almost that we bring into it. I think it's easier to watch a Madrid game on the TV than to watch somebody from the lower leagues. But I think whatever game we start, we want to win that game. And obviously, there's lots more people speaking about this game, what is normal, but the amount of detail is pretty much the same.
Hi, Kevin. Do you think you'd been as good a player now at your age if you had not been managed by Pep Guardiola?
Hard to tell. Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know. obviously he helped me progress in various ways, but it's hard to say would I be not like this if I was with other managers. Obviously, he's done amazing things for me, for the team to get success. But I think the players also work very hard to achieve that. You know, if we don't want to listen and don't want to work hard, we won't get better. And it's a combination about everything. And in a way, I'm obviously lucky to come across a manager who plays the way that I like to play, and that makes it maybe a little bit more handy for me.
Are you able to give a specific example of how he's improved your game, or is it not as simple as that?
It's very hard to tell because he looks more. He doesn't really look at an individual basis, so it's whatever that suits for the team. And I've played mostly the same position, but in various ways. So it depends from game to game. And there's been years I've been lower back, and some years I've been higher up. This year I've been more in the middle. So it's actually whatever the team needs, I'm okay with, and I try to help the team in ways that I can do, and that's it for me.
Go to Mike Marnie on Zoom, please. Mike.
Hi, Kevin. At the start of the season, you suffered injury. You had a heavy Euros tournament, and Pep Guardiola kept saying you're getting back to your best. Are we seeing now the best Kevin De Bruyne we've ever seen?
Well, you guys can tell me. I don't know. You know, the first months were really hard. I've never experienced the pain that I had back then. I was trying to come back, but I was in pain with my ankle every day, and it wasn't something that I really enjoyed at the time. And I would say mentally it was hard also to overcome that. But I think once the pain was gone after a couple of months, I started to feel more confident in myself and my body to get back to where I think I belong. And you know, now playing all these games and playing week in, week out, I feel back to the level that I was before. And you know, is there much difference than before? I don't know. I just try to be as constant as I can, and I think this year I managed myself pretty well.
Go on, please.
Hey Kevin, you're talking about the club's progress in the competition before. You probably should have beaten Real by more goals last week. How do you feel about where City are in Europe at the moment, with the way you're embracing the biggest knockout games?
I think we're on a very good way. Obviously, the fact that we've not won it yet, I think that will probably be the only criticism that we can get. I think for the rest, we've been there loads of times, and we've been always fighting to win this competition. So the consistency that we have as a club has been amazing. I think pretty much as good as anybody else. But yeah, we just need to try to get over the line, and tomorrow is another step.
Hey Kevin, let's ask you a question on Phil Foden, please. You've obviously been in the team ever since he came through the academy and has been in and around the squad. How do you view his progression, both on the pitch and off it? And do you think he's in the kind of form now where he can decide a tie like tomorrow's?
He's been amazing. Obviously, I've seen him from that little boy, you know, who's got massive potential. And you know, whenever you come up to a first team, you're a little bit shy, and it takes a little bit of time and more playing time also to, you know, to get comfortable in that situation. But I think the last 2 years he's been in a very comfortable situation, and you see the difference in the way that he plays. And now he's not that young talent anymore. He's one of the guys now, and you know, it's a big step to make. But now everybody looks at him to make a difference because he can. He's proven that loads of times, and he probably will do much more for this club in the future. So I'm hoping he just does the same that he's been doing. You know, if you're playing constantly very good that's the only thing you can do. He doesn't play with ups and downs. He just does what he needs to do for this team.
Last couple of guys go to Fred Caldera.
Hi, Kevin. You mentioned just now the word confidence, and I would like to ask you a question about Gabriel. Of course, he's living a great moment. He was involved in 9 goals in his last 5 matches he started. You assisted 3 of these goals. And he said after the Watford match that you allowed him to take the penalty to complete the hat trick, and he was very happy because of that, of course. Was it because you understand how much confidence can make a difference for especially a striker, and how would you assess this moment and the importance of Gabriel for the team now?
Well, I don't care in that moment. I don't think, in that moment I thought it was the right decision for me to take, and so I just told Gabi, you can take it. I have full confidence in you. And for him, it's important. For me, I don't care if I score that penalty. That's a goal or whatever. That doesn't gets me further in what I want to achieve. But for him, I know if he gets a hat trick, that's special. It's important for strikers to score goals. So I thought it was a good moment just to give it to him, and he was playing great. So I had full confidence that he could score. I think besides that, he's been amazing since he came here. I had a good relationship with him. I think we found each other loads of times. He plays with so much energy. He's always there. He helps the team out. So I had never any doubts in the quality, and he's still so young. So, well, I still hope he can play loads of times with me, because I think he makes this team better.
Finish with Dave McDonald, please.
Hi, Kevin. Luka Modric has just been speaking at the Real Madrid press conference, and he said that tomorrow night they're going to have to, show they're the best team in the world to beat you and get to the final. Do you feel that when this City team is playing to its full potential and everyone's at the top of their game, that you are effectively the best team in the world? And is that something you're going to have to show tomorrow night to get through to the final?
Well, I think if we play the way that we played last week, then we have a potential to be one of the best teams. But we have to do that tomorrow night again, obviously. If we are not, or a little bit below that, there's a possibility that Madrid can win this game, because they are also one of the best teams in the world, and the quality they have is amazing. But also back my team to perform at the high level that is necessary to win that game tomorrow. It's a game that everybody wants to see. I think everybody's anticipating a great game, and we will try to get the best out of ourselves to give a good showing of ourselves, of our club, and then hopefully progress to Paris.